One of the challenges we have in the African communities is that we are over rewarding entertainers and we are under rewarding leaders, teachers, philosophers, people whose thoughts and perspective can shape collective consciousness positively. We're under rewarding them. We are rewarding mediocrity because we don't understand the power of influence. Now that's why it's easy for a small boy to start dressing like a girl and suddenly they become powerful, famous and influential, because an average African does not understand what influence is. We are handing people influence who don't necessarily deserve it, or they don't deserve the level of influence and power and relevance that we are giving to them. That's a major problem that we have. Yes, entertainers, actors, comedians, they've contributed somehow to the collective advancement of the African community. But the attention we give them should not be at the expense of philosophers, thought leaders, teachers. So why do you think an average young African wants to be a skit maker, or a clown, or a comedian, or a cross-dresser, or at best a musician? Because we have created the impression that is the quickest path to influence in the African community. And entertainment has its place, and I really appreciate a lot of the African musicians and artists who are creating some kind of cultural domination outside the continent of Africa using music as a tool. But that should never take the place of education. And when I say education, I don't mean conventional education. And this is the reason we must have platforms for conversations like this. And the main reason should be to advance the collective consciousness of the African communities. Because the truth of the matter is, if a very few percentage of Africans are growing, elevating their consciousness, and the 95% are not doing that, is somehow going to affect the 5%, the 1%, the 2%. Because as Africans, we are communal in nature. And this is the reason every African should be actively involved in the International Conscious Conference. Let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard.